Running a fund isn't glamorous. It's hard. And sometimes it costs you money, time, and even relationships. I learned that the hard way just last week. I had an investor commit $50,000 to the Capable Capital Fund. Before he wired his funds, we had 4 meetings, went through 2 pitch deck presentations, and he even got his wife's approval. Then got the paperwork signed and the money was wired. As soon as the funds hit our account, I went to work. Within 2 days, I found 2 strong properties that fit our model perfectly. The all-in cost was around $57,000, including closing costs and insurance. Our boots on the ground had inspected the houses. Everything checked out. We committed to buy both and sent the purchase agreements to title. With cash in hand, we agreed to a 50-day close. Then, 10 days later, that investor called me and said he wasn't comfortable anymore. This wasn't about the houses. He hadn't been shown any details of the houses. No one had. This wasn't about Capable Capital. He knew all about us. This was pure buyer's remorse, fear. He talked himself out of it, and he wanted his money back. Here's the problem. By then, we had already spent money. Earnest money deposits, inspection fees, title company work. We had made commitments. Backing out meant pulling out of both purchases. That cost us real money and maybe even credibility with those sellers and vendors. Look, I refunded the investor the majority of his money, minus the actual costs we had already paid. Technically, I could have kept up to 50% of it as a penalty. I didn't, because at the end of the day, doing the right thing matters more than squeezing out dollars. Will that investor ever come back? No. But maybe he'll tell someone else. They treated me fairly. And that matters. Here's the truth. Sometimes integrity has a price tag. Sometimes protecting trust means you lose money, time, and even relationships. But in the long run, reputation is worth more than any single deal. And that's how I operate at Capable Capital. Thanks for listening to my frustrating little rant. I'm over it now and already moved on. And I'll tell you why. I'm talking to another investor who is ready to invest. It won't save those 2 properties I lost, but isn't it funny how you can easily move on when you have other positive things happening? More investors means more houses and a faster path to freedom. And that's where my focus is.